Forge gang. I am still a hard man. Let's go. So I have found a correlation. Yes, I have been thinking about it. And I have found a correlation between successful matriarchal figures and unsuccessful patriarchy in the form of the successful older sister figure and the upset younger brother. And I see this in all these men. Every single one of these guys that seem pissed off all the time and are online all the time, terminally online, upset, angry incels, and I find this correlation interesting. I have found a commonality, a common link with Soberman, Dark Ninja, Reformed Stoic, probably also Francis E. Day-esque, and DJ Axel, and many of these other people, including Lame Wire Jesse, Matty Cat, and all these other people. Yes, I have found a correlation with all of them. Oliver Atlantis, too. Oliver Atlantis, Dark Ninja, Soberman, Reformed Stoic, Francis E. Day-esque, all these people. They all have the same thing in common. Lame Wire Jesse, too. They all have older sisters who are more beloved by their parents than them. They grew up under the shadow of an older and more successful sister who did a lot more with their lives and were more successful and were more beloved by their parents and had more attention given to them than their younger siblings, their younger brothers. Soberman has two older sisters, and they're both beauticians or something like that. They're both successful, very successful. And Soberman is like this disabled, upset, angry, raging incel. Mormon Shaggy has an older, more successful sister. Shaggy's sister is a journalist. She is a private investigative journalist or something like that. She works for a very important, outstanding company. Shaggy is like her younger brother, and he's like a mentally deranged, short, angry, upset guy in his 30s, raging on the internet because his sister is more successful than he is. Reformed Stoic has an older sister whose parents love her more than him, and she gets all the attention, and she's been in the military. In fact, I think she is still in the military, and she's disciplined. She is outstandingly beautiful. She is disciplined, and she is just basically a very successful matriarchal figure. And Stoic is just this upset, raging ass lord on the internet, raging at people, upset and angry. Dark Ninja probably has a older and more successful sister as well. Dark Ninja has a older and more successful sister, and he just sells fruit at a market or something, and that's what he does. And he rages at the internet. He rages online at Kiwi Farms and stuff. Oliver Atlantis has an older sister that's more successful than he is, and he lives under the shadow of his older sibling, his more successful older sibling, and so does Francis E. Day-esque. Francis E. Day-esque likely has a older sister who is more successful, has a career, probably married and has kids, and just overall more successful and more pleasant, happy, and more fulfilling life than Francis has. And Francis is this angry, fat guy, fat, out of weight guy that's basically mad, molding, fat ass lord that's just upset that his sister is more successful. But I have found this correlation, and it's very interesting. This correlation with all these guys, all these upset, angry men that are mad and upset all the time, and I finally have found this correlation. It is a very interesting correlation indeed. They all have an older sister that is more successful, that has had a successful career, has done far more, and is just happier, lives more fulfilling, happier life. And it has had this very negative influence on their younger siblings, their younger brothers, the second or third born in the family. And they're all mad, they're all pissed off. They don't have long lasting jobs. They do not have successful careers. They're all single. Shaggy, Soberman, Dark Ninja. Well, Dark Ninja was married, but he divorced. So he's single now, so that doesn't count for nothing. He didn't hold the marriage together, and he got fired from his old job, and his job is considerably worse than the previous one. Francis E. Day-esque and Kugel, and Francis and Mormon Shaggy and Reformed Stoic, they're all unable to really adapt to life in the world, in the adult world. All these men have older and more successful sisters that have done more than them. Lame Wire Jesse, too. Lame Wire Jesse has two older sisters that are more loved by their parents than him, and they're more successful and more outstanding. I imagine the situation is also the same with Matty Cat. Matty Cat has an older sister who was more successful and better at doing stuff and just living a happier and more satisfying life than him. So I see all this correlation. It's all the same with all these guys. Reformed Stoic, Mormon Shaggy, Francis E. Day-esque, Southern Israelite, Autistic Neat Gaming, and Soberman, Lame Wire Jesse, Matty Cat, and Dark Ninja, and Francis. All these guys, all these men are the younger siblings of an older sister. Alistair Mycroft, too. Alistair Mycroft, I think, has an older sister that is more successful, more outstanding, more outgoing, more extroverted than him. And it's all the same. They're all introverted incels that are mad and upset and raging at the internet. And I have found this correlation, a very interesting correlation. They all have older brothers or older sisters that are more successful, more outgoing, more extroverted, more successful. They're married or they are about to be married and they have successful, outstanding careers. And they're all like second siblings or like the runts of their family. And they all look up to their older matriarchal figure. And it's all the same thing. Juice says, bunch of losers. Yeah. So, Juice, I found this correlation. It's a very interesting correlation, but all these guys have older sisters that are more successful. They're matriarchal, and this matriarchal feminist nature has had negative, detrimental effects on them that have turned them into raging, unsuccessful, angry, upset men who are single, single with the exception of Dark Ninja. Dark Ninja's single now, but he was married. His wife left him and his kid left him. But they all have older sisters or older brothers that are more successful and much more outgoing and extroverted than them. And they're unsuccessful, and they're just a bunch of upset, angry men. Upset, angry, raging loners that are terminally online, that have nothing better to do with their lives, and they all have successful or more successful older siblings that their parents love more than them. This is what I have found. This is the case with Soberman. Soberman has two older sisters that are more successful. They have jobs. Soberman is unemployed. He doesn't work. He doesn't make his own money. He's single. His older sisters are more successful than him. Mormon Shaggy has an older sister that's more successful than him. She works. She has a actual career. She does things with her life. She's successful. Mormon Shaggy is unemployed. He's single. He's upset. He's mad. He doesn't own anything. He has nothing. He is nothing. He's on drugs. So is Soberman. Lame Wire Jesse has two or three older sisters that have jobs. They're outstandingly successful, extroverted, outgoing, and everything. And they're successful, and Lame Wire Jesse sucks at life. Lame Wire Jesse is unemployed, terminally online, poor, doesn't have anything, Um, his mother hates him, unsuccessful, angry, raging at the internet. Matty Cat has an older sister that's more successful than he is. He's upset. DJ Axel has an older brother, I think, an older brother that's more successful and more outgoing. And he has a sister, too, that's more successful than him. And he's just raging at the internet. He's mad. He has nothing. He lives in a hut in Norway and has nothing. Francis E. Dayesk has an older sister that is more successful, more outgoing, and more extroverted than he is. And he is single. He is alone. He is homeless. He smokes weed in his car. He's always on the run from the law. He steals, and he's mad and angry, and he's just a raging incel. Reformed Stoic has two sisters. One is older than him. She's in the military, and she's far more successful and loved by both of her parents than Stoic is. And Stoic is like unemployed, living in like an apartment that his parents help him pay for his rent, with two cats, just raging at the internet, mad at the internet, upset and angry. Southern Israelite has an older sister that was more successful than he was, and he's just this cringe figure, this cringe thinker that has nothing. I imagine it's the same with Autistic Neat Gaming. Autistic Neat Gaming has an older sibling, an older brother or sister that has a career, has a job, is employed, is successful than he is. He's unemployed, he's poor, he's single, he's mentally ill, and he has nothing. He lives with his parents in his early 20s, and he has absolutely nothing. I say that, yeah, Matty Cat, Lamewire, Jesse, Shaggy, Francis, Dark Ninja. Dark Ninja has an older sibling, an older sister, who has a job, is more successful than he is, has worked, has a successful career. Her parents love her. Their parents love them. Is married. Dark Ninja is the younger brother. He's divorced. He's now single again. He'll never marry for the rest of his life. He's unemployed. He works part-time at a gas station, and he's angry and raging and is an upset idiot. He's just a jerk. He is the younger brother of a more successful matriarchal older sister. I have found all of these correlations with all these guys, and I see every time and time again they have an older sister that the parents love more, that the parents give more attention to the older sibling. They have a job, they're successful, they're married, they're well off, they have high income, and then they're the younger siblings, and they have lesser income, if any at all. They're on drugs, they're homeless, or they live in apartments, and their parents or siblings help them pay rent, or they have friends that help them pay rent. They're single, they're unsuccessful, they're on the internet all the time, raging and lambasting all the time. This is the correlation that I found. So anyways, that was just my rant. I found this common correlation with all these people. Jew says that they are a bunch of losers, and he says, yes, probably that's why they all act like women. So yeah, I have found this correlation with Soberman, Dark Ninja, Matty Cat, Lamewire Jesse, Autistic Neat Gaming, Southern Israelite, Reformed Stoic, and Mormon Shaggy, Dark Ninja, and Francis E. Dayesk. It's all the same thing. There's a more successful older sibling, and then there are these less successful, raging, upset, angry younger brothers that rage on the internet and are terminally online, just raging incels. So that was about it.